my name is Cece and this is my final portfolio. So I made this little booklet called Love But in a Million Different Ways, and it said a book for literally anyone because I made it wanting it to be a children's book, but when I finish it I feel like this is a really cute, adorable little thing that anyone can enjoy, whether they're queer or not, whether they're like a little kid or like an adult or like an old person. Like, I feel like everyone would enjoy this. And I designed the cover. I actually designed 2 covers because I'm so indecisive. And I made the art, I wrote the poem, and I glue everything together, I guess. And yeah, so I made a little photo shoot for it. It's a lie, I only took like 1 photo of it. But anyway, so my main idea behind this final portfolio is to incorporate my queer identity and my Asian background without making it a big deal. Like, it sounds a little bit weird, I know, but I feel like in most like media pieces, when queerness is being talked about, they always make it like such a big deal, because as a queer person I have other interests, like I have personality besides being gay. So I, as a queer person, want to make other queer people, or like just other people, a little thing, this thing, and show them, at least in my opinion, how queerness should be represented in media. It should be subtle, but it should be open. It should not be a hush-hush topic at all, but it also shouldn't be too much of a deal, I guess. Anyway, I also would like to add into this piece a bunch of bisexual, well, not a bunch, just one little part of the poem, but bisexuality and pansexuality representation, because I feel like growing up, being queer and being Asian, I'm asked to choose a side all the time, and that's really frustrating because it's just not who I am. And bisexuality in media is usually represented with like either being fetishized or with like a really negative like idea, like they're gonna cheat on you or they're not gonna be loyal. That's just wrong. That's the person, not the sexuality. So yeah, I'm really excited to make a little thing, mostly from my personal experience. And what else do we have here? I think we can take a look at this is the first cover, and this is where I added the references and bibliography. I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced, but I was inspired by a poem that we read in class. I forgot what it is. I should not forget. Oh, the When I Was Growing Up poem. I pretty sure I stole the first like sentence, but the poem When I Was Growing Up by Nellie Wong, from the book This Bridge Called My Bag, writings by radical women of color. And this is the darker version of the cover. It's kind of like, I think the whole like idea of having a lighter and darker cover of it is kind of like having light and dark mode on your like tablets or phone. I think it's a really cool idea, and I'm glad I played with it a little bit. And this is the first think I'm just gonna speed run through it a bit. I can show you it inside like the book itself, and you can like stop the video to read it. Right now I think it's a little bit too far away, but I made the art, the poem. I kind of assigned each of them a little like in a little group thing, so they kind of like relate to each other a bit. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go back a little bit. So the idea is about being queer, obviously, rainbow, but also love. So I add a bunch of hearts because they're adorable and they're so eye-catching. And over here it said a book for literally anyone, because I realized that's probably my audience. I would like my art to be really accessible and also like brings everyone like joy when they see it. And this is my first page. So for this part, I was talking about my experience growing up being pan and gender fluid. I've always known, I guess, but I never actually found the right word, the right label before pan. So I'm really glad I found it. So down here there's a line that said, I just assumed everyone loved everyone. And the reason why I wanted this to be a children's book is because that line, I feel like should be the default mindset. It's so wrong to just raise a child and be like, oh, you're this, so you're supposed to like that. It's just weird. Like, aren't you supposed to slowly figure it out by yourself? Because it's who you are and you should be having that freedom to explore yourself. And since I was talking about me fighting love for others and for myself, I add a little, I guess, self-portrait. But I feel like in media, nudity, especially like media for kids, body anatomy, nudity has always been censored. And I feel like the more you censor it, the more taboo you make it. And that's just not healthy at all. Especially when like the few times when you show it, it's like such perfect bodies with like unrealistic expectation, especially for like female body, the feminine body. And I feel like we need more representation of bodies that has like fat and cellulite and just curvier or like skinnier, just a good diversity. And I feel like this panel really delivered that, and I was super proud of this one. Little heart nipple. Yeah, free the nipple. It's so wrong to just censor feminine nipples. Like, all nipples are nipples, freedom. Anyway, second panel poem thing. So I was talking about my love for writing, for books, and probably just me exploring. The first one is me exploring my sexuality. This one is me exploring my creativity, my brain capacity, just all the things that my brain can think of. Like, I can probably just hang out by myself, just me talking to myself in my brain. And I feel like that's so cool, and I'm probably not the only one who've ever experienced that. I feel like everyone has a little everyone has a little universe in their brain, in their head, and they have like stars, constellations, planets, a little happy planet. Brains are amazing. Brains are amazing. The third one, I'm sorry, it looks so much like a Starbucks ad. Anyway, I was talking about me growing up and my grandparents and my family's love, and this is just them. This is my family, and that's me. And I'm standing on my little planet, and they're helping me grow. And little stars to show how much I appreciate their love. That's their love. Yeah, I think so. That's their love. Super sparkly, super, just the light of my life, I guess. And in this part of the poem, I incorporate one of my first lesson that my grandpa has ever taught me, which is love for everyone, in a love for humanity, I guess, like equality, empathy. And this part is specifically about me and my family. And the last one, this is me, I guess, like by the end of my journey, learning how to love myself, learning that I have so many flaws, but I also have so many cool things about me, and that I should embrace both sides. And that's me in my little house full of love, but I also have a little sun in my house, which I think is super, I don't know, it's just a really fun idea to toy with. Like, hey, I have a door, but inside here, it's not like a house with a roof. I have like a whole ass sun in my house. I have super bright energy going in my house, and I feel like this is me learning to love myself, and now it's ready to love others unconditionally. And that's just a really fun little panel. I probably redraw this like so many times, and I finally got a little panel that I like, so I'm super proud of that one. And yeah, so that is my whole portfolio. I'm just gonna go back here because I think this is a really cute picture. So we talked about my topic, which is queer identity and my Asian background, trying to deliver and represent queerness in a subtle but open way. And then I'm so sorry. And then we talk about bi and pan representation, especially in media among Asian community. And then my audience, I would definitely say anyone and everyone. I would love for this to be a children's book. That's probably like my biggest plan for this project, to use outside of this classroom. But because of how open and how casual it is when queerness is being referred to, and I think it's really inclusive. I like, especially for kids, for Asian kids. And or maybe just a cute little thing for people to look at. It's adorable. I also have files for this to be made into like postcards and like stickers and tattoos, posters even. My larger goals for this project outside of the classroom is definitely print them out and sell them and raise money for a queer donation or charity. But right now I just introduced this to some people at the Pride Center, and I got introduced and like referred to a graphic designer job at the Pride Center, where I would utilize my art and like serve the community, and I find that so freaking cool. Art is amazing. So and the people there also told me that I should print some more and either hand them out in on campus, or just put them in the Pride Center for people to look at. And the three genres I chose is the book itself, the art, and the poem. For citation, I put it on the back. So that's probably all I have for my project. So I'm gonna try to go through the book, and you can stop it to read through it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have for this one. I had so much fun designing this. It's probably would never happen without this final portfolio, so thank you for the opportunity, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I did.